everybody, welcome to Elisa's Art Room. Tonight we're going to be working on our Apothecary Collector of Curiosities junk journal. Y'all come in and say hi, let me know you're here. I'm running a few minutes late, I apologize for that. I am going to get you guys pulled up so I can see chat. Okay, where is my journal? It's behind me. There we go. So we're working on this and it is full. It is totally getting to gator mouth level, so I gotta stop. We're gonna just do some real simple things today and kind of touch up a little bit, and then Friday we'll be sewing in the signatures. But I have something planned for today. I wish I could get a little bit out of it, but I don't think I can, so we're just going to go with it. Hopefully, because it's going to be a Oxford Hollow, I'm hoping it'll still open okay, because that does help it lay flat. Thanks for letting me know the volume is good, Dawn. I appreciate that. All right, so I know I'm running late. I hate when I'm running late. Then I get all crazy flustery. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pull this camera up top so we can get started. Okay, oh, something's hitting. Ah, come on. My cover on this thing always hits. I can't see my grid. Hold on. There. I think we're good. It seems shadowy, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just where I have the light. I think it's just this light. Let me try moving it. I'm going to use this paper. That's what I was late for because I couldn't find it. Trying to find it. All right, so I'm going to do a couple of simple things. I've still got a bunch of white pages, which I don't like leaving white pages. I don't mind leaving blank pages so you can write on them, but I don't want them just stark white. So I need to, and I might do it off camera, but I need to just go through and throw some stencils on them or something for the most part. But we are going to decorate one today. What is that? Oh, it's my wheel. So, like this type of page. So, here. So, like I said, I have quite a few left. But I'm going to do something here, I think. I can do it on any of these pages, but that one's on the right side. Yeah. But I'll do something with these. I'll either ink them or just throw some paper on them or something. Okay. So I think that's what the page I'm going to work on. Yeah. There's still so much room in this. I mean, it'll leave plenty of writing space. So this one will still have a lot of space for writing, adding pictures, things like that. So there's another one. But I will go through and just put something on these. Probably not pockets or anything because it's just too bulky. All right, so I could either do it there or here. I'm trying, it's going to be a little bit bulky, what I'm putting. Not super bulky. But this is my least bulky signature. So I think it'll be okay in this one. The rest of them are getting, they're a lot fatter. I don't know if you can see that difference, but let's see. That's almost double. So I think this one's my best bet, and this one's about the same as this one. Those are about the same. So, and I think these have less white pages in them, which would make sense. Yeah, these are pretty good. So we're going to call that done. Oh, there's some more white pages. So I'll put something on them. I'm not going to leave them white. Even if it's just a little something in the bottom or just a border, it doesn't matter. As long as you do something with the page, then it just doesn't look unfinished. I added this piece of cheesecloth that has been, it has the technique like my faux rice paper has. So basically it's glued in a nutshell. And then it's sewed. It's doubled over, so both sides are the same. It's folded. But I used it as a double belly band. So it's a belly band on this side and a belly band on that side. And it's not really a belly band because it's not in the middle, I guess, but it's a tuck. But it works good as a little tuck, and this just says some map paper and a little kitty, some spider paper. So those are just in there. I'm not going to bother doing anything with the middle because I'm going to sew it in, so it'll handle itself when it gets put in. What else did I do? Trying to see what else I did while you guys were gone. So I know I did this with you all on Stencil Sunday. I ended up just covering it, adding a mushroom stencil to the back of this. I did varnish over it a couple of times with the satin varnish just to make sure it would quit flaking because this transfer wasn't great. And then I fabric dyed it, or fabric glued it in here, sewed it in so it's a pocket on the other side. And this is a die cut for skeletons, and this is the drop from cutting the dies. And I just kept it on, put some yellow paper behind it, and I was like, that's cute. So that goes there. It kind of pulls into this yellow on this page. So I did that off camera. I think I added some things in here. Yeah, I just added these two, Seek Magic Every Day and Fortune Teller, which I thought fit well with this little Haunted Mansion Disney thing. So those are in there. I'm losing my pages, sorry. And what else did I do? Anything else in here? I don't think so. Right, so I don't think I did anything else in there. No. But that is done. I'll look at this other one, make sure I didn't do anything to show y'all. Is that the back? No, that's the front. I thought I put that in the back. I may or may not have added this pocket. I think I did. And then this just has like a little tag in here. This is an envelope. And I'll just put one of those in there. I can't remember what I've done with y'all and what I haven't done with y'all. It all just starts kind of melding together. I put something with that. That's not new. That might be new. I just stuck that in there on some glitter paper. I think this belly band I added. I think. Let's see. This is the other side of that envelope. Don't think I did this on camera. I just added one of those Tim Holtz pictures. It says Contagious Confusion. And it's got Creepy Lady on there. And then the card is this little painting that I did last year, maybe. I'm not sure. It's a stencil, but then this part is painted. Let's see if I can get it back in the hole. And it just shows through those windows. All right, so that's that. Anything new in here? Hey, Lori. Hey, Nancy. Okay, I don't think that's new. I think I added this dictionary page. It just has, words that begin with B, but bat is on here somewhere right there. It has the word bat. My L thing. I just threw both of these in there. I think I had one at one point, but I went ahead and just stuck them both in there. Another dictionary page. This one is S words and has skeleton on it. Pretty sure I did that with y'all. Belly band. And I added this little card into this pocket. This is just a page from Frankenstein. The Modern Prometheus, I think is what it's called. So that's all that is. And that was it. So we're going to work on this page right there. And we're going to cover this first with something that kind of looks like wallpaper. I do have a bunch in the black and white one too. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and flip through the black and white one first because I wanted to kind of do that real quick. Well, I've got Dawn on here because she's not on usually. She falls asleep on me. So if you're still awake, Dawn, you get to see your journal a little bit. All right, so what do we got in hers? Let's see. Can't remember what I've added, but this is just a picture of bats in the belfry. I think we have Poe back here. All right, I thought you were, but I never know. Mausoleum looking thing. I know I did that with you. This is just some paper I did with stamps and stuff, and then I just added a piece of black writing paper, and you can use gel pens for those. Gel pens will come in very handy for this one because there are a lot of black pages. And this just says crow's toes, which I just thought was funny. It's one of those potion stickers. And then a picture of some kids in their trick. And just a little. And that's what I mean by sometimes it can be just something very simple. This is just a little fussy cut, I don't know, flourish. This was from that paper plate from last year or this year? I'm not sure. I think it was this year. Anyway, one of the paper plates and just a little Tim Holtz card in there. And this is covered with a tea bag, a couple little potion stickers. might have added that, can't remember. And this is just a bat, and then a little like kind of bookmark thingy. Our witchy witch. And the belly band made out of that fabric that I used for the inlay. Is it on these? Yeah, it's the inlay stuff from this. And just some of that Tim Holtz tissue paper. More of the Tim Holtz tissue paper, a little card. And some more kids. These have pumpkins. And let's see, we added a little tuck there. I haven't got anything in it yet. I'll probably throw something in there. But it's just a little tuck spot. This one goes in here. It does hit something. I'm not sure what, but you have to kind of fuss with it. And what else? I may have just stuck that in there. I think I did that. The coffin I added just a back to. It just was the black cardstock at first. A little creepy skeleton. And so this is what you get for the coffee thing. I didn't have any black and white coffee bags, but I did find this coffee bag, and it was from the Haunted Mansion one as well. But it was technically, it was black with purple, but I just took a Posca pen and covered the purple on the edge so that you can't see the purple. So now it's just gray, and I just made it into a pocket. And this is some more of that Tim Holtz tissue paper. I added this skull. This is actually a tattoo. This is from many, many, many years ago. It was a tattoo we had gotten at, I believe, either Comic-Con or Dragon Con. And I wasn't sure if I could put it on paper. So I took the tattoo and I put it on paper, and then I got it to stick, and then I took varnish and varnished it. So it's actually a tattoo. And then just a little, made a pocket out of it. And that's it. So I have a few more things I'm adding to this. Yours isn't quite as full, but it's almost done. It's not gator mouthed, amazingly. So that's where we're at. I still have to make charms. I'm not sure that I'm going to do them live though, because it's just I don't have time left. But I will be making charms for each of them. I've got a bunch of Halloween charms from last year. I've got this whole thing of charms. Like, none of them are silver. But what I did for yours, Dawn, is I just went ahead and painted some. So I painted, these are flowers. I painted some silver for yours. They're like white. So that should hold up fine. It's that Folk Art multi-surface, which works on metal. So these little flowers I got from Dollar Tree, I think, but they had bigger middles and they were too thick. So I pulled off the little middles, and I just put little stickle type stuff on them. I don't know what you call it. Mine's not stickles, mine's something else, but it's basically stickles in a nutshell. But they were like this. But they had these beads on them, and they're cute like this, but the beads were just too thick. It's a little, about 1/8 inch thick. And I felt like it was going to bulk everything up too much, so I just pulled them off and put stickles instead. So they still have a middle, but it's not bulky now. And I'll throw those somewhere. They're going to go randomly in places. So that's kind of it for what I've done while you guys have been gone. I did make some little die cuts, which is what those skeletons came out of. And I will probably throw some of these somewhere. This was actually a freebie I got from scrapbook.com with my last order. And I wasn't expecting it to come on time, but it did. So I went ahead and cut some up. But they're cute. So I'll throw some of those somewhere. Okay, let's get to working here. So for today's project, I want to do some picture frames. Now, this was inspired by Nancy, I want to say Pylant, P-Y-L-A-N-T? Something like that. I'll have to look it up and link it. But she did one. She's doing a prompt thing with like 31 bewitching days or something on YouTube, and I just started watching her. I'd never watched her before, and I came across her video, and for her prompts, it was like Haunted Mansion, and so she did just pictures on a wall like you would see at a Haunted Mansion. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So, and I have pictures, and I was like, well, I'm going to do that. Mine's going to be slightly different, but I basically got inspired by her. So I'll give her a little tag on that. But I'm going to use these creepy pictures. And then I'm going to try, I haven't used these yet, I'm going to try and use these wobbles. They're actually much bigger than I thought they were. When I ordered them online, I seriously looking at them in the picture, and I didn't look at the measurement. I thought they were going to be about that big. I thought they were going to be much, much smaller. They're just little things to stick things to that, move. So I'm going to try to use them, see if I can make it work. Like I said, I haven't tried them, but I think I can do it. And we're going to have like wobbly pictures instead of normal pictures. So I will be using a die that I have. This is one of Tim Holtz's dies. I think I'm going to use this color. These I just cut out for the backing to fit. It doesn't come with one. Sometimes they do, but this one didn't. So I just made it fit inside there. It was, I believe, 1.5 by 2 to fit inside there. And I cut a bunch of different colors. I'm not sure what colors I'm going to go with, but I had some coppers, and I have, that one's the rose. And then I have a whole bunch of this. This is one of the cracked papers. It's got like writing and stuff on the other side, but then it has this cracked black. And I thought that might be fitting because these guys all look like they belong in the psych ward. So I know I'm sure that's not politically correct. So yeah, they look like they've definitely been committed. So hence the paper. I'm going to shut up before I get myself in trouble. Anyway, no disrespect meant. So that's what that paper was. It was one of the Tim Holtz backdrops, but I thought it might look cool. So I got that. I made some frames with that. And like I said, all these colors, and I'm just going to pick some. I think this one will work best, but I'm not 100% sure. I thought about using these guys, but they're a little big, and I won't be able to fit very many. So I think I'm going to go with the other. Just make sure I got all my pieces. So this particular die set is the one that has these doilies and these frames. Let me show it to you. It's sitting here somewhere. This one here. It has the flourishes, the rose, the butterflies, that little label thing, and a doily in the frame. And the number is 666607. Lots of sixes. All right, so that should work. We don't need these. Let's see if we can do this. So first I got to pick a paper that will look good behind this as like a wallpaper is what we're gonna go for. Make sure I'm the right way. Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna pull this out just so it's easier to work with. So I'm just gonna put a little arrow here. Okay, so this particular sticker set this year had all these creepy pictures of these just very scary people. There are some scary looking people. So we're going to use those, and I covered this, like I said, with some wallpaper. So I grabbed my Tattered and Worn because I thought I could find something in it. It's not very bulky, so it's not like the Tim Holtz wallpaper ones. Those are much thicker. So let's see what would look good. My cover came off. Look at my different colors. I'm leaning toward possibly doing 2 different colors or possibly just staying with 1 color. I really don't know. Which way is this open? That way. Okay. These are my first choices, so purples. What did I just pass? Oh, definitely not that. It doesn't look very wallpapery, does it? Too bright, too bright. I'm not sure how I feel about the stripes. I know this has some wallpapery looking stuff somewhere. It's just dark. That's not terrible. How would that black show up on it? Yeah, keep in mind that the picture will be underneath too, so it won't be quite that dark. I hope they all fit. It's close. This is the only frame die cut I had, so. Trying to find something that this kind of shows up nice on. That's not terrible. I don't hate that. Too yellow. So maybe this. I think that'll work. So all I'm going to do is just rip it and put it on this page just as a background. Let's see. Which way does... Yeah. I guess I like it that way, okay. I was just seeing which way the grain ran. Not that it matters, because it's not going to get folded per se. Where is my tearing ruler? All right. So I'm just going to tear off one edge. Is this going to be white, or is this not going to be white? Not white. Just want to see something. I'd prefer it to have that little white edge, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna do it from the back. That way I get this white edge. I like the white edge because I think ink and stuff shows up better on it. So I'm going to put that there. Get on a grid line. Didn't hold it. Let me try that again. Helps if you hold it down firmly. Boy, the trains are out tonight. All right, so we have 2. I'm just going to make it real close and then I'll ink behind it. And then right there. Can't remember. It shouldn't matter. I'm debating if it matters if I do it from the left or the right. I don't think it does. We'll find out in a minute. If it doesn't turn out, I can always sand it, but I don't want to have to sand it. Okay, that's right. And then one more. Okay. And we'll glue that there. We're going to ink this edge with, looking at my colors. I might go with a dark, like a, not black soot. I don't want to go that dark. What's my next option? Oh my goodness. Ink's going to be on the total bottom. Scorched timber. Let's go with scorched timber. This is just so you don't see the white page behind it. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that other page, so I am going to block this off with something. Let me find a piece of cardstock. Okay. Might as well leave that out. Let's see how that looks. Yep, that'll look good. I could even go black, but I don't think it needs it. I think this is dark enough. If I can hold it stiff enough. Like I said, this is thin paper. It's just your very basic scrapbook paper, so not a lot of weight to it. Honestly, feels thinner than my normal copy paper. Coffee, not copy. Copy. Get the right words out. Copy paper. Printer paper. I use the a little bit heavier weight one, which I think is, I only think mine's like 28. Something like that. I do a lot of rough edges. It really eats through these little daubers. It's kind of hard on them. I just bought a whole box of them, so we're good. All right, so there. That's going to look good. All right, so we're going to glue that down. Doesn't really appear to have a front or backs per se. Do I want to use glue stick? I'm going to use glue stick, but I might put a little bit of art glitter around the edge. So I prefer not to use glue stick. It's just not my favorite. I'm running out of boards. I need to cut some more. My cereal box boards. Where are you, glue stick? There you are. All right, so we're going to use this. Hold on to it. Try and mostly get it. And then, oops. That happens. And I'm just going to put a bead of my art glitter around the edge. Because that's usually where I have issues. Line her up. There we go. So now we have a background. It looks like mansion wallpaper, right? Sure I'm in the right direction because I can't see my arrow anymore, so luckily I had something on that page that will show me. I'm going to clean my hands off just a fraction. Okay, so we're going to start putting together our little pictures. I don't know, it's going to be a little tricky. So I cut these out to fit behind the frames. Okay, here let's line some frames up and just see what it looks like. I can just have different colors. I don't know how many I can fit on here, so, and I want to have them kind of random. But I might alternate these copper ones. Don't really care if they overlap. They got a wobble, so I wonder if they'll get in the way of each other. Maybe. They don't move a lot, but I do want them to wobble some, so I could do a few less, I guess. How many do I have? I've got plenty of these guys. What do you think? Should I use the copper? Should I just use the black and white? Does one look better than the other? Should I just use the copper? Okay, I'll tell you what. Maybe we should put one together. Let's pick a creepy picture. We'll go with this dude. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick it to this black paper. I can get it centered. I'm going to put this on my grid. So I'm going to put that on my grid. And then I'm going to try to stick him right where he fits into it, because we'll have to cut the bottom off a little bit. And I got to consider the frame too, because the frame is going to, it looks like the frame's going to hit right where it needs to. Okay, so it should be okay to line it up from the top. I hope. I'm a little nervous. I don't know of a better way to do it, so I might could stick the back on after, but I don't know. And the back isn't absolutely necessary, but I think it will work better with it, because I don't know how these are. They're actually stiffer than I thought they'd be, but they're not super stiff. So we're gonna stick that on there. I don't know if it needs glue. Let me see. Yeah, it definitely needs glue, so it doesn't stick great. So I'm gonna put glue on it first. Let's just glue it up first. It sticks, but it doesn't. I can't pick anything up, guys. It doesn't stick great. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of glue on it. And then what I'm going to do is just get rid of the rest of that. I'm not going to fold it over because I don't want to bulk up the page. So I'm going to use my scissors and probably gum them up. I do have some Teflon ones, but I don't know where they are. I don't know if these are Teflon. Are they? They might be. It's possible. All right, so then we have our little cutout picture. Once I figure this out better, I'll zoom in a little bit more. And we got to put a frame around them. So let's look at both frames. So I'm going to zoom in just a fraction here. Can't zoom much, I don't have a lot of room. All right, so we have either this way with the black and white on there. Okay, or this way with the copper. Or I can do both. Any thoughts? Do y'all like one more than the other, or do you think I should just do a mixture? I've also got this, but I didn't do many of these. I think I did 3 maybe, but I don't think they're dark enough. They're pretty light. Yeah, I think they're too light. So, and of course I just have plain black. So I'm leaning toward, excuse me, that, but I do like the copper, and the copper's on craft paper, which technically can be sanded to look rustic. Should I just do one to see? Okay, we'll do one to see what it looks like. So it's a craft paper that has like a layer of the copper over it. So you can sand the edges and basically just stress it. And then you can put like ink. So let's try this. I haven't done it. Let's see what it looks like. So this is what it looks like just sanded. Okay, which is very distressy looking. And then if I throw on some, we'll go with the ink we've been using. Where is it? I lost it. There it is. Throw on some frayed burlap. Where's my cardboard? Can't tell if it's going on or not. Oh, this is not the color I wanted. That's why. Scorched Timber is the color I want. I'm like, that is just not showing. Scorched Timber. Afraid burlap's too light. Let's try the Scorched Timber. I'm trying to see if I sanded it enough. I might not have. I'm just trying to see if I can get it to look antique-y. I don't know, maybe a little more sanding. Let me see. It's not terrible. Where does the picture go? It's an interesting look. I was being gentle with my sanding because I wasn't on cardboard. So here, you know, let me just grab a piece of white cracker box. I'm gonna try to get down to the craft paper if I can. I'm worried about ripping them or something because I don't have backups. Not that I couldn't just get the die cutter out, but I'm trying not to do that. Let's see if I can get a little bit down into that craft paper. Right, let's ink it now. Definitely darker. I'll set it on top of that wallpaper, see what it looks like. I'm not sure, that looks a little too much. I don't know. What do you think? So that would look like that if I did it that way. And then if I just distressed it and didn't do like as much ink. I do like it just distressed a little bit. It just gives it that a little more aged look. Not quite so shiny. And if I just distress it, it's more like this. If I can hit it there. Okay. So that's without the ink or the black and white. The black and white blends the most with the picture, but I don't know if that's a good thing. Maybe it's better if it doesn't blend so much with the picture. I'm going to take this black ink off a little bit. I think that was a little too much. I don't mind a little, but I think that was just too strong. Hopefully I can get most of it off. Just trying to concentrate on those edges. It's kind of getting to the point where I'm eating the frame up. We don't want to eat the frame up. Then it gets fuzzy. All right, what do you think? A mixture, black and white. Nobody's talking to me today. Okay. Yeah, make me make decisions. Anyway, so yeah, how many black and whites do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of these are, they look like they are, but they're not because of the wrong direction. So I think I got 5 of those, 6 counting that one. So I have 6. And then I only have like 3 of the coppers. Unless I left some in the container, and I don't think I did. All right. I think I'm going to throw a couple of the coppers in just because they're kind of interesting. You're distracted answering texts. All right, I'm going to throw a couple of these in. Where is the sandpaper? There it is. Just going to distress this one a little bit. So we'll have 2 distressed coppers. I could use this rose one if we wanted 3, but I'll try for 2, and then maybe 4 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see how we can fit them. I don't even know if I can fit them all on there, so. Because I want them to wobble, and I don't want to take up so much space that they don't wobble well. So this will be glued to this. I'm just going to use the frames to kind of decide. Put one of those, one there. Maybe just 4. That way they'll wobble good. Have enough room to move. Yeah. Let's just do 4. Alright, so 4 it is. We'll do 2 coppers, 2 blacks, and I think that'll look good. Alright, so we got to put these on our little bases. So we've got this dude. What else do we want to use? I've got so many creepy things here. She's pretty creepy. Let's use her. Let's see if we can figure out how to get her on there. So we need a background. Try to get it on my grid here. And then she looks like she's about the right spot. Yeah, if I line up the top, she should be good. So we'll try to center her head and line up the top. Okay, I'll flip it over and glue it. It's possible this sticker material would hold okay. I'm going to have all kinds of other layers on there though, so I don't want it popping off. Stick that down. I still haven't tried to make it wobble yet. Get the piece off of your scissors first. I'm hoping the little wobbly things don't show. They are, it looks like they're white. I can't tell if they're clear or they're white because they're on a white backer. And I haven't pulled one off yet. I might have to paint the edges black on them just so they don't show up too much. So we've got her there. What if we put her here? And then 2 for there. We've got... Definitely got to use this lady. Although she looks like her sister. It could even be the same person. Oh no, that's really close. It could even be. It's almost too much alike. I'm debating if I want to try one of the others just because it is so much alike. I probably should have used her instead of her. They're both creepy, but her hair is just crazy. I mean, look at that hair. I'm going to pull them both off, but I'll decide. I might switch to this one. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put glue on here first. Because it's always such a pain to try to do it after, so I'm just going to throw the glue on there and try to hit the middle. So I've got my middle line. As long as I line up the top and get her head in the center, it should be fine. It's a little tricky, but So far I've been doing okay. There's one. Alright, so I might switch. She's so creepy looking. Alright, let's do... So I'm debating on doing this lady with the hat. But these three, I swear they look like the same person. I really think they are. I think they're the same person. A lot of these, the faces just look like the same person. I might do this one with the hat, and then I'll throw one more guy in there. We'll have 2 guys and 2 girls. I just got to pick out which ones. All right, so put this on a center line somewhere. Maybe about there. There's some glue on it. Oops, get it on the center. Don't move it. Stay. Line her up. And which crazy looking gentleman do we want? All right, what do we got here? I think this one. Trying to see which one would look best. If we're keeping with the same tone, this one's more black and white. I might throw that one in Dawn's. Honestly, I don't think there were, that one's black and white. There weren't a lot of black and white versions. That one's a little more black and white. I gotta have some for Dawn's too, so maybe I won't use her in this one since she's not black and white, or she is black and white. I think I'll do this guy. And then we'll save her for Dawn's book. So I don't know. I'll just use these 2. They look like sisters though. They really do. Okay. Pick it up off my floor for my cat eats it. Okay. So let's go with this one, this one, this one. Still not sure if I want to use that one. Is she too much alike? I don't guess it matters. It doesn't matter, I'm sure. So we want 2 coppers. I think we'll do this one and this one copper, and then these 2 black and white. So I'm just going to glue these to the frames. They just fit on the very inside edge, so it doesn't go all the way to the outside there. So I'm just going to put the glue on the edge of this. My glue will come out. Aren't they some creepy looking people? They really are. They're probably like not really creepy and real. If they're real, it could be AI for all I know. I don't think they're AI. I think they're just really creepy people. Or maybe just some people having a bad day. Alright, so I'm going to put that up there. This is going to be tricky. As you know how our glitter is. Let's see if we can get it lined up. Really need to do it from the back, kind of. That's pretty close. All right, there's one. Okay. Okay. It's not too bad. All right, one more. I was trying to figure out what I was going to use those wobbly things for, and I just didn't have any good die cuts or anything that fit them because they were so much bigger than what I expected. If they had been smaller, I wouldn't have had an issue, but since they were so darn big. All right, so we got our frames. Just put it in that for a second. Figure out where we're going to put them on this page. And grab our little wobbly things. Just, it's a little warpy. Let me fix that real quick. Creepy people. Okay, so wobbly things. Let's see how we do this. Like I said, I haven't done them, so bear with me because I have no idea. I wanted some wobbly things and I saw them and I ordered them, and this is what I got. So they flatten out very nicely to about 1/16 of an inch. So they're not super bulky, but then when they're open, they're like about there, like say 1/4 of an inch. And they got sticky stuff on there. Now how good the sticky stuff is, I really don't know. We're gonna put the one on the face, I think, first. So this might be clear. I can't tell. Let me see if I can tell if it's clear. I think it's clear, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it's clear. Okay, so we're gonna put the top one on first. And it doesn't have a split. This one has a split for getting the sticker off, but the top one does not. So you're just going to have to fight with it. Where's my pointy tool? Okay. So we'll pull that off. What do you think the chances are that sticker is really good? I mean, logically, yeah, that's pretty sticky. We're gonna assume that it's a good sticker. I don't want to put glue too. All right, so we're gonna put this down on our grid as best we can. Grab one of our little guys and try to line her up and drop her over the top. And push her down. Okay. It's too much fun. Oh, I got them off of Amazon. I think I put the link in my favorites, Deborah. All right, so now we've got a wobbly thing on there. So we're going to make sure we get the right spot. I love things that you can play with. It's so much fun. All right, so we're going to peel it and stick it. I'm debating on kind of making a mark. But I think I can do it without a mark, as long as I have the others in place. I'm trying not to get too close to my inside signature because I don't know how it will interfere. I think about there, about there, about there. That should be safe. All right, let's peel this off. Maybe. I had it a second ago. It's got a line, but you know how that goes. There's some of it. What does that middle piece do? Does that come off too? Can't tell. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It doesn't look like it does. I'll leave it. So then it's got that. Make sure you get the right direction. We're going to kind of do it from the top here down. Make sure I look about right. Stick her on there. So much fun. All right. So, and I don't know if I'm doing them the right way. I guess I am. I didn't look. Does it say? Peel the top protective layer, stick image onto spring face up. I mean, logically, the bigger part, gosh, I don't know. This one I did with the bigger part on the top, the bigger part of the spring. Does that seem right? I think so. I think the bigger part goes up. Seems like it moves more. Like I said, I've never done them, so I'm guessing. That one's not flattening very well. Let me grab another one. Yeah, that's better. I'm guessing that the bigger part of the spring goes up. I really don't know if that's correct or not, but that's how I'm doing it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. All right, so we have this one. Let's scooch over just a fraction. Stick it on a grid. Kind of sort it in the middle. Let's see if we can drop it in the right spot. I'm not straight. Right there. Close. That is the way I did that, right? Yeah. I don't know. Have any of you used these that know? Do you know if the big part of the spring is the part that goes up? Does it matter? Does not matter? I really don't know. I mean, it seems like this part would be the bottom because it's got like a little bump there, whereas the other part's more flat. So I'm thinking logically that would be the bottom. That's what I'm thinking. Somewhere about there. Oh my goodness. My phone froze. Oh, my iPad is really close. Make sure y'all can see. I'm going to zoom out just a fraction. My phone is not as close, but there, it's working again. All right, I think I'm right too. I hope I'm right. Okay. Next one. Do y'all like this? Is this fun? I hope y'all like it. Look on my finger. Ah, it's sticking to me. Okay. Not cooperating. Oh, now it's going to stick to this. Just get in the middle of the grid. Thank you. All right. Okay. I don't want it curved quite as much as the other one. I think about there. They're so wiggly. All right, last dude. I could probably put them on from the back, but I just think that's a little easier for me. I might get a little better center. I'm glad it's clear though. I was worried it was going to be white and you would see it. Okay. How did I do that? That way? Yeah. I can't remember, but I think this looks good. All right, there we go. We have our silly looking wobbly people. Okay. Let's see. Do I have any words that would fit? Let's look in the little sticker thing. Let's see if there's anything that catches my eye. Strange versions. Try and see if there's anything that sounded like an asylum or something. Mischief. Beautiful garden. Apothecary, watching and waiting. Curious description. Strange visitor. I've got the other one too I can look in. The fun house. Maybe. All right, let me look in the other one real quick. Where's it at? Yeah, it's sticker book. Right here somewhere. There you are. Most of them are the same, but there are some different ones. Vanishing visitors, public notices. Kind of like strange aversions. It's not quite what I wanted. Moody and despairing for sure. They are definitely moody and despairing. Mischief. Troublesome. Surprised there's not a great one for these. Dreaded to speak. Well, I don't know. I feel like it needs some words. I was just going to throw a couple of words here and there, so just stuff that would kind of work with it. But she still shuddered. I suppose they are kind of shuddering. A strong chill came over me. Peculiar. Definitely peculiar. So we have peculiar. Got shuddering. He must have gone crazy. Trembling from head to foot. I mean, there's like shivering or trembling ones, maybe. There's two there. State of mental wretchedness. All right, let's just start throwing a few on there. I don't guess it matters as long as there's something. I just feel like it needs something. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't, but oh my goodness, glue. Do I need to clean you? I think I do. Yeah. Hold on. I'll let my glue get too cloggy. one says state of mental wretchedness. There. Oh my goodness. Get off of there. So hard picking stuff. Distressed beyond measure. See if I can find a couple more, or at least, I don't know, there's not a lot of room. Maybe we'll just do those two. That one says a state of mental wretchedness. This one says distressed beyond measure. We could just go with that. Just has something on there. All right, that is that. So that works pretty good, I think. And then, like I said, I'm going to fill in those pages. Just random stuff. And then we'll be sewing in, we'll be doing the Oxford Hollow. Now, I'm only going to do the Oxford Hollow live on this one. The black and white one I will do off camera. Try to find my, excuse me, where's my book? There it is, behind me. Let's get it in here, see what it looks like. Love it. They're so creepy. I'm going to close up. Pretty good. Not too bulky. Because they flatten out pretty good. Alrighty. There was that. Let's see. Should I do one page that's blank? I could do one page probably. We'll do maybe this one. Yeah, let's do that one. Let's see, what can I put there? I did like the way that wallpaper looked. Could do more of that. Let me look at my stencils. There are lots of stencils. So many. Man, I'm yawning like crazy. Something cut out. What was it? Let me look. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, I never did my Dracula book. Supposed to do a Dracula book. I cut the pages out and everything. Well, I didn't cut them, but I don't think I cut them. Maybe I did. Did I? You know, I think I did. I think this is a small one. Where's the Dracula book? I really was going to do that. Let's see if I can find it. Is that it? No, this is Poe. Not the Poe. Directions, Haunted House, Dracula booklet. There it is. I guess I could try to do that real quick. It's just a little booklet. It's not crazy. If I can find a plain piece of paper for it. I have to Grab my coffee dyed paper. Can I reach it? Got it. That'll work. Okay, so this was just to go in a pocket somewhere. I have a pocket for it, but I did print it out and I would like to use it. It's just a little mini version of Dracula. It's like 6 pages or something from the Library of Congress. I just wanted to make a little booklet. So I'll do that to throw in a pocket somewhere. I don't think it'll be, hopefully not too bulky. It'll be a little bulky. All right, so that's page 5. That's page 6. This I just picked for like a cover sheet. Doesn't really have anything to do with Dracula, but 3, 4. That is the cover, and then that's chapter 1, and that's 2. All right, so this is the order. And this is just a filler sheet. So we're just going to make a little booklet out of something. I think this, and I had sewn pieces. Where do you think they are? Let's see if I have something that will fit. Home drop sewn pockets, maybe. See if I have anything. These are all so big. Yeah, all my sewn pockets are huge. It's because this is such a small journal. It's a narrow journal. I wouldn't say it's a small journal, but it is definitely a narrow journal. Narrower than normal. Tim Holtz bending backdrops. That's too big and bulky. I'm just trying to find something for the cover. I might just have it like it is, because I'm not saying anything. All right, we'll just do it plain. So this is inked, I think, with black soot. I can make this work. So I'm thinking, just gonna tear this a little bit smaller and make it work. Think about there. All right, let's do that. Pencil. So we'll tear here and about there. It's kind of wasteful, but it'll be right. All right. Grid. More of these. It's probably going to be a lot more bulky than I want, but maybe I'll put the pocket where there's a gap between the two or something. Or in the front or back. We'll see. I'll fit it somewhere. It'll work. Smaller because I'm going to put it inside. All right, black soot, which is right there. See if I can get this done in 30 minutes. A little less than 30 minutes. And this will be the last project thing on this one. Like I said, everything else I'll just do it off camera, and I'll show you guys it Friday when we do the sewing in. Keeper, you want now, buddy? He just kind of plopped in front of the door and laid down. Well, that's his non-aggressive way of telling me, hey, I want out. Okay. But I could probably rough them up. Make sure they're all the right direction. Now that I have them all out of order, not that it really matters. 4, where's 5? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm just going to rough them up. So I'm just going to use my scissors. See if I can do it without cutting myself. Normally I would do this like one at a time, but we're trying to cut corners. I don't have one of those distress edger thingies that he has. Terrible. Fairly rough. Alright, we'll go with that. We're just going to ink them. Thought about switching colors. The black's not bad. It's different. I normally use the browns, but black's interesting. These will just have kind of like spots in them where you could write notes. Like you could just save it as a booklet to look at, or you could actually write on pages that are blank. There will be a few blank pages in it. I've made these kind of little booklets before. Mostly they're just for looks, but I don't know. I like them. And this is the actual one from 1800s. It's from the Library of Congress, so it's available public domain. Sorry about all the ink, and I don't really have any other way to do it, since I didn't do it first and I can't do it after it's together. I'm trying to go fast. Just a minute, Keith, I'll let you out. Just decided that was what he wants. Just a minute, buddy. Don't rip my door open. Go let them out real quick, and then we'll put this together. Ouch. My one knee has been acting up. Every time I go to stand from a sitting position, it about kills me. Okay, that's plain, and that's plain. All right, we'll start with our cover. Hopefully it fits like it's supposed to. Now, I could have tried to print this out to where the pages worked properly, but I have never had success at doing that because I never know which page to put on which section and all that, and I always get super confused with it, so I just glue them to wherever I need them. So there's page 1, chapter 1. Okay, and then we have 2 and 3, 4 and 5 technically, 6, 7. Okay, so if I do this one, do 2, 3. I might need one more of these. 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yay. Okay. Okay, it's working. This just helps keep the bulk down a little bit. So I can line these up, possibly. Too far over. You can't move this art glitter once you put it down. You gotta go really fast. Try that again. I got it way too far over. It might be too wide. Hold on. Get you guys out of the way. I think it's too wide for this page. It's definitely too wide for this page. All right. I hope all the rest of them aren't too, but they might be. Sorry, we'll make it work. Okay, try that again. I should have measured it first and I didn't. Okay. All right, there's 2. 3. Where's 3? Oh, there's 3. Does that one fit? Nope. Darn. I made it a little bit too big. At least I have enough border room I can trim them. I'm not going to rough them up though. I'm just going to ink them. Where did my ink go? I'll just ink them. It'll be fine. All right. And I thought. Always does. Make sure I'm the right way. Okay, 3, 4. Does that fit? Almost. Or do I have more room? I have more room on this side. The last time I did this, I totally got the pages out of order, which was no fun. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to sew this. It won't take but a second. If I had a long staple, I'd just staple it, but I don't have one, so I'm just going to sew it. Six. And this is just for looks. It's not really got anything to do with the story per se. But it's bats, and bats always work for Dracula, so. It happens to be a like 1400s picture, but like 14 something. Cute little booklet. Make sure they're in order, and they are. All we gotta do is sew those two together, and we will be good. So get the glue put up. And grab my thread. I'm gonna do a very, very quick little pamphlet stitch. So 3 holes, just find a center, approximately a ½ an inch or so from the ends. We're going to clip it, if I can find a clip real quick. I'll just use that. I have smaller ones somewhere, but I don't know where, so. And thread our thread. Okay, in through the middle. And do the next one. I have to think, I haven't done this in a while. All the way to the top. I've been doing 5s for so long, I forgot how to do 3. And then back in the middle. Okay, and then you just get one on each side of your little bridge. Tighten it up. The string's way too long, but that's okay. I'll try to do a tiny bow. Yeah, I'll do a knot first. I'm just going to do a knot. I'm not going to do a bow. Alright, and then chop that off. There we go. Tiny little booklet with the first chapter. Okie dokie, and that can go in a pocket somewhere just for fun. Helps if you take the lid off. All right. But in a nutshell, let's see if I have one. Kinda, sorta. That's so funny. So it'll go in a pocket, basically, like so. Okay? So that is that. We did a couple of things. We got our cute little Dracula booklet with the first chapter. Okay? I'm just going to stick it there for now until I make a pocket for it. And we have our wobbly pictures. Alright guys, that's it for today. I will be back on Friday, and we will basically finish this guy up. So we'll sew in the signatures. I'll hopefully have a charm done for it and all that. And we'll get it put together. Alright guys, y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. I will see you guys the next time. Alright, bye bye.